Hello.
Hello.
How are
I
you?
can hear you.
Yes.
Oh my God,
Perfect.
everybody has the shirt on today. Welcome to the We Are LA Tech Blab show where you get to meet amazing LA Tech people, founders, engineers, executives, the amazing LA Tech ecosystem that I am so grateful to be a part of. We have Alessandro, who I've known for years, who is
Yes.
creating a dating app, wearing the We Are LA Tech shirt, which I am so excited about. And he is one of the most brilliant visual effects animators. Did I say it right?
Yeah, artist.
Basically, he knows how to make stuff look cool. You can curse on here. He knows how to make shit look cool in video. It's amazing. I hired him
blow
before.
shit up.
Yeah, he blows shit up. Literally, like it's amazing. You've worked with some of the top YouTubers actually,
Yeah.
and helping them animate their videos. Maybe you could get it a little bit into that, and then how you went from there to becoming a tech nerd mobile app dating founder. So, Alessandro, go ahead and introduce yourself and tell the amazing people of Blab. By the way, you guys know, weekly show every Tuesday, Meet LA Startups, and you get to meet incredible people like Alessandro, who you are about to meet now. Go for it.
Okay, so I'm originally from Milan, Italy. There I was studying industrial design, but then I fell in love with this project called Metal Gear Solid Philanthropy, which was a fan movie based on the famous franchise Metal Gear Solid. You know, it's like 25 years old franchise. Metal Gear Solid 5 just came out like a month ago. It was actually at the release date made more money than Jurassic World and Harry Potter combined. You know, just to tell the
what?
Yes. So
what's this movie called?
It's a video game. It's called Metal Gear Solid, and it's been around.
I don't know if it's your accent or what, but
Metal.
I mean,
Gear.
Metal.
Yes. Gear.
Oh, Metal Gear.
Solid.
Solid.
Yes.
Okay, so don't anybody watching now can tell my knowledge of video games stopped at OG Nintendo. Okay, first of all. So when I go to the Activision party on Thursday, no one watching this mention that I don't know what Metal Gear Solid is, because I would probably lose all clout possible.
Yeah, it's not as
Spencer loves that game. He says it's huge. So this shows where my nerddom lies. It's not in gaming.
I'd say it's not as mainstream as Grand Theft Auto or Halo or Tomb Raider, you know, but still it's considered one of the biggest franchise ever. It's like it's a mix of sci-fi, action, war. There is a bit of everything. It's a Japanese. You can really feel the Japanese influence, and I mean they had Kiefer Sutherland to dub the protagonist for this latest chapter. You know, it's like. Insane.
I mean, if Sutherland's involved, it's got to be huge.
Yeah, so we made this fan movie. It was like 70 minutes with no money. The creator of the video game, Hideo Kojima, saw it. He was so happy. He was like, I was almost in tears. Actually, he showed to the entire Kojima production, his team, and just say, hey guys, look what the fans have been doing. And so actually this fame arrived to LA before me. Actually, when I arrived here, then I started to get in touch with YouTubers. One was Freddie Wong. He's like a YouTube celebrity, got like more than 7 million subscribers. And he knew the fan movie I made before meeting me. So when I introduced myself, I'm like, oh, that's awesome. So that's how I start working with the top YouTubers, you know.
Wait. Can we just take a breath for a second? Because I think this is really important for people listening. And for those of you that are on the live stream right now, please feel free to interact with us to the right. That's why you'll see my eyeballs going everywhere. If you're watching the recording, either on Blab or Blab just merged with YouTube. So either on YouTube or Blab, definitely feel free to reach out to both me or Alessandro after the interview. But Alessandro, that's really important for people to hear. So you, out of passion, you weren't paid, or were you?
No money.
So you just created this video based on this super popular video game, Metal Gear Hero. No, Metal Gear Solid.
I know, it makes no sense.
Sorry to everyone. No, it's me. I look like I'm not earning my nerd credits right now. So you made this video for this video game. One of the most popular YouTubers ever, Freddie Wong, saw it, right? And also the creator of the game saw it.
Yes. It's kind of like making a Star Wars fan movie and Lucas is in person.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's totally crazy. And because of that, it totally changed your life and garnered you all these other opportunities.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to hear that, like, when you really believe in something and when you're great at something, like Alessandro is amazing at visual effects, like, do something with your passion. Don't wait for someone to find you. You go find what you want to create. And then I heard a story. There's a really popular YouTuber. I don't remember his name. He made a Beyonce video and a mock song of a Beyonce video, and Beyonce saw it and she ended up hiring him. I know the founder of Betalist, he made like a website or something. I don't remember what it was, some digital content for like a super popular tech entrepreneur. I'm not going to say like who, because I can't remember which names and I don't want to get it wrong, but he just went out and did that, and the guy loved his work and they ended up being business partners. Go out, do what you love. Don't wait for someone to come after you. You make your life happen. I sound like a commercial. Alessandro, go.
Yeah, plus I didn't know how to do visual effects when I joined the project. So I was just passionate about like making something related to the video game, but was actually fan movie. It was like filmmaking, you know. So I learned how to do visual effects on the spot. Like while I was on set, I was, okay, maybe if we have this element, then in post-production, we can do this. Then I start like looking tutorials. So I learned online how to do visual effects, and eventually became my career, my profession. That's when I decided to move to LA, say, hey, this is the best spot. And here I found other people so passionate about filmmaking, like Freddie Wong or Corridor Digital, or other like amazing people I met in the past few years. And so I was like, okay, this is really cool. So I've been enjoying for years this career, and I've pretty much done everything I wanted to do at this point. So
everything.
I mean, it's like when you do like.
Have you started a Star Wars movie? Have you started your own video game?
I was actually in a Star Wars speed dating. So now we connect. There was this video. So we shot a speed dating in a cantina. It was actually a rebuild of cantina. It was perfect. We were like having cosplayers, and it was a POV from this girl, and the characters were like hitting on her with like sexual innuendos based on the Star Wars universe.
Wait, how did you go from some crazy video game Star Wars life,
yes,
to dating and mobile apps? Like, how did you go to competing with Tinder and Hinge and OkCupid?
Yes.
How'd that happen?
Well, see, I was wondering what I'm gonna do next, you know, because starting your own visual effects company, it's extremely hard because you know, you've seen even Rhythm Hughes that won the Oscar for Life of Pi and went bankrupt like just 2 weeks before. So it's not about like being the best. It's really like the entire structure of film industry. It's so wrong in many ways for the post-production, you know, like fixed bid. If they go to Canada, they got like tax returns. So really like this is not a business. I mean, I was enjoying doing that, but I realized it was actually November last year, the day before Thanksgiving. I was just chilling by the pool. I was like, you know what, I made the same money as this last year. It's not that it matters, but I mean, I'm turning 30, so I want to understand what to do in my life. And I've been doing online dating.
I think we all do.
Yes, yes. So I've been doing online dating for 4 years, and it was like kind of frustrating. I mean, I was meeting a lot of people. I met a lot of friends. You know, girls I go on dates with, and they eventually say, "Oh, let's just be friends together. No big deal." I got gigs from directly not directly from them.
And you were saying a lot of people have been saying this. Like Uber Pool has been a great.
Yeah, actually, I'm going on a date this week with a girl met on Uber Pool.
So crazy, and I've been hearing other LA tech entrepreneurs like finding people on Uber Pool.
Yeah, I always like.
Brittany is with us. Brittany said one of her coworkers did that too. Yeah, Uber Pool's a thing. And Zainology, thank you so much for your feedback. And Brittany says her friend from Uber Pool, they ended up dating for over a year.
Yeah.
Query would like to join in the call. Query, we will totally let you jump in the call in a little bit, but right now I just want to stay focused on the conversation. So Alessandro, yes. So,
okay, so I was like thinking, oh my God, online dating, it's kind of like frustrating because it takes a lot of time between like sending messages, browsing two profiles, back and forth. On average, you spend 2 weeks before actually meeting someone. When you go on a date, then it's awkward sometimes. There is no chemistry. You're stuck for 2 hours. Like, oh my God. And then when you go out with your friends, it's like, oh, I wish I knew.
Alessandro, I'm losing you for a second. Can you? Yeah, please.
Yeah. So I was saying.
No, still something's off. Yeah, better. Okay. Right there. Don't move. Don't breathe.
Thank you. I mean,
oh no, we're not. Okay. No, it's not. Wait, move again. Oh, refresh. Zanology says refresh. Fast, press the refresh button. Hold on, everybody. He'll come back. It's happening. Don't worry. We've only lost him for like a couple seconds. Look, it's already happening. Okay, look how fast Blab works. And he's back! Woo! Okay, go ahead with the story.
Okay, so yeah, online dating is not efficient. There's really like a lot of time, and so many times you end up doing nothing, or even like not even being friends. You know, girls that don't reply you back even if it was like a nice night. So it was like, and when you go out with your friends, you don't know nothing about these other girls. Maybe you want to approach, and maybe they are taken, they're not into you, or whatever could be a deal breaker for you. So it's like, oh man, I wish we could mix those things together. And I was really chilling by my pool. I was like, check-in based online dating, of course. You're in a venue, you do a check-in, so in real time you can see who else is there. And then maybe if there is a mutual interest, like on Tinder, you start chatting, but only for 5 minutes, because of course you want to meet face to face as soon as possible. That was the idea.
That's you know, I could see. So I spent a lot of time like alone, just chilling by myself or working or something. So I could see, like, I'm just like la la la. Maybe I'm having a glass of wine by myself at Bodega or something, and I'm just sitting there literally doing nothing, when maybe I would check Twitter or emails. So it could be just like one of those apps, like, oh, let me just check. Like, you know,
like out of you could be out with your friends with something. Oh, by the way, the app is called Magnet. You know, it's also
Magnet. And what's the URL? How can people find it?
It's trymag.net. It's actually here on the
trymag.net. And just for everybody watching on YouTube, let's tell them, and let's also put the link in the Blab chat as well. So it's trymag.net.
Yeah, it's also in the title here. You put it in the title of this very Blab. So yeah, no excuse. I just put it in the chat as well. Awesome. So yeah, the idea was like, what if instead of online dating, we do on-site attraction? That's what I want to do. It's like
I like that term. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's a new thing. It's a mix of approaching someone offline, online dating, and speed dating. You know, where you go, you have 5 minutes to see if there is chemistry. That's the same thing, you know. So it's safer because most likely you're out with your friends. So you don't have to go on a date with someone you never met in a place maybe you don't know. It's faster because really within minutes you can meet someone face to face and check if there is chemistry. And if you like each other, then you can decide to go on a date or just spend the night, you know, like.
And one thing that I find particularly really frustrating with our culture, whether it be like online or whatever, like I'm not a person that like likes text messages. Like I'm not into it. I just want to like know where I'm showing up, right? And so I feel like in our culture, it's like a lot of the online dating apps, and this is why I don't really do any online dating apps. It's like back and forth, essentially simulated texting or IMing. And I'm not into either. And so to meet someone and just like know if there's some chemistry, get that other in person, and then take it to like a more significant level where you form a date is better than just like this waste, in my opinion, waste of time back and forth. Like, hi, how was your day? And to a stranger.
And it's something you eventually are going to repeat at the first date anyway. So you're from here, how many brothers, sisters? So when did you move? What are you doing? Exactly the same things you've been chatting with. You know? I understand the girls, they probably want to be sure they're not going to end up with a weirdo. But again, the 5-minute chat on Magnet, it's good because you are gonna meet someone. It's not in an environment which is not a real date. And again, most likely.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Most likely you're with your friends nearby. They're gonna see you talking with.
What happens in 5 minutes? It just stops. You can't access it anymore.
The idea is like within 5 minutes, you have either exchange where are you exactly in the venue, or your phone number. And that's another advantage. If you don't want to give your
But do you have to? Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to give my phone number.
So say I'm just here next to the counter. Come over. That's it. So this guy doesn't know your name unless you tell him, and doesn't know your number. So in case it's like you feel that this is like a weird, say, oh, sorry.
You know what it reminds me of? And I missed this feature back in BlackBerry days. There was this really cool app. I don't even remember what it's called anymore, but you could search Twitter for everybody in like a really close radius to you. Like if I was at like a hotel pool, I could search for everybody at the hotel pool, and I made so many cool friends that way.
Yeah, it was like so beyond something. Yeah, I've been.
And I don't think there's something like that anymore. And I mean, there's things like Foursquare, whatever. I mean, do they even really do anything anymore? I don't know. But like, I think it's even cool to meet friends, like new friends. Yeah. Like, let's say you go out with like a girlfriend. I mean, it would even be cool, honestly, to like make new girlfriends, like not in a romantic way.
There is the option for looking for friends, and maybe you're taken, or like that's what I'm looking for. So you're like upfront specifying your profile.
I mean, so many people are so lonely today.
Yeah, and also new in town, you know, and plus the fact
totally new in town.
Yeah, the fact that you are go on a venue, already you're filtering out. So for example, I don't like clubs, so I'm not gonna be matched with someone who's going to clubs, you know, maybe on Saturday, or maybe you like going to a concert. You can use Magnet to that concert. Or going to a library, or you know, like drinking wine at the bodega, as you mentioned. So let's say the filter, it's working in real life. Therefore, you don't need to specify too much in your profile in that sense, you know.
That's
so it's most likely cool. Also, I don't know, maybe for religious people, like they're meeting in specific places, that's working as well. So it's really like taking out the stress of randomly meeting with someone, but it's like 5-10 miles away, organizing a date, or sorry, I can make it, or sorry, like, and then you go on a date, it's disappointing, you're stuck for hours. That's all gone. All gone.
So I'm gonna if Zainology would like to jump in and join us, if you don't want to, just let me know on the side. I understand sometimes you're in your PJ, not ready for it. But if you do want to jump in and join us, Zainology shared one time I was at my dad's house visiting, and one of the tenants propositioned me via Twitter based on a geo-enhanced app. So it totally happens. I really like. I'm really uncomfortable with dating in general, so I really like friends and stuff like that. So just having like a cool way to like make new friends. Zainology, if you'd like to jump in and join us, go ahead and click on the open seat. If not, again, like I get it, PJs, I understand. I'm all about the PJs and ripped t-shirt. Alessandro, yes, she said, give me 2 seconds. All right, she's changing out of her PJs. Just kidding. Alessandro, for everybody watching, Alessandro's wearing the WeAreLATech shirt, which I'm so excited about. He's also an Experience Club member, which is exciting. We do offline activities together. Yeah. I've actually been friends with Alessandro for quite a while, so I'm really excited to have him on the weekly WeAreLATech Blab show, where we get to meet amazing LA startups, people in tech companies here in the LA ecosystem, executives, founders, engineers, all sorts of amazing people. And we're doing this every Tuesday till the end of the year. Tuesday afternoon, they range. It's pretty much like somewhere between 2:30 and 4 o'clock, depending. But Tuesday afternoon, subscribe. And also, we at Blab partnered or did something. They integrated. I'm using the wrong words all around. With YouTube. So what I'm trying to say is you can now push a YouTube button and it goes to YouTube right away. So you could also catch these videos on youtube.com/WeAreLATech. And Zainology is going to join us in just a second. She's turning all the sounds down. She's having an epic party at the house right now. And so she has to make sure it's interview ready. So Zainology will be joining us in just a second. I'm going to actually plug in the computer before it dies. So Alessandro, in the meantime, why don't you share with everyone how you made my cat explode?
I don't have the video, but yeah, the idea was really like using a puppet. It was first the cat, then another shot was the puppet on this vehicle. and it was like going up on a ramp, and eventually I just have to switch and have like a footage of a real explosion you can add, and play around with other footage of dust coming, debris falling, and having fun. It's kind of like cooking, honestly. I'm also good at cooking, so I can like see the parallel where you take the right ingredients, you mix them together in order to have something delicious. That's visual effects. It's just having the right footage, the right way you shoot it, and combine everything together in a seamless way.
That's awesome.
Hello.
And Austin, man, I see you, but I already promised Zainology the spot. So just stand by. I don't know if we'll have enough time on the interview, but regardless, I'm so stoked that you wanted to connect. Off 10 man, and so you'll be able to tweet Alessandro any questions you have. Also, feel free. Anyone can ask any questions they have on the right. Zainology, maybe you, or Zane, maybe you remember. How do you you do Q/ to ask a question? Do you remember how you do that on Blab?
/ Q space or Q, yeah, the slash is first. And then the
slash is first. So / Q if you have any questions. Welcome, Zane, to our party on Blab.
Thank you. I just, you made me, there's Derek with that. You reminded me of the night that happened at my dad's house, which was so weird. I was just hanging out in my dad's, TV room on the recliner, and he had a giant house that we all grew up in that he lived by himself. So we rented out the rooms, and there was that kind of cute guy in one of the rooms. I remember thinking, but then he was also creepy at the same time, and it totally makes sense that he would totally search Geo and totally prop me while I'm like in the next room, right? Yeah, it was really gross. So then I rewarded him around the halls.
No, it's not gross. It's cool.
No, because one night he, no, I'm sorry, I'm talking about him personally. I'm just saying.
Oh wow.
No, because there was one night that he kind of trapped me in the hall, like the private side of the house where my dad was, and so that's why I had a little bit of a, whatever. But the thing is that he didn't seem like somebody who was even remotely technical or anything. So I think those apps actually are really easy to connect people. They don't have to be so high tech, right?
That's when you decide.
Alessandro, we're losing you again. You need to come back. Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. Can you hear me?
No, go ahead and refresh for us, please. All right, cool.
Yeah.
So Zane, tell me about your, in a professional way, not too intimate, but your online dating experience, like as a process, like in relation to like mobile apps and stuff. And Screamwax is so excited that you are on the Blab right now.
I was wondering
Screamwax misses you.
Well, that's somebody who probably could actually speak to online dating. I think I honestly am older and have been married for as much as online dating have been around. So I'm not a good answerer.
Okay.
But I have lots of friends with funny stories, which are great. Like,
what questions do you have for Alessandro?
Oh, well, I think the new one, your magnet one, right? I think also brilliant because I also think of ways that like co-working with Zane. Like I have all these ideas, like if I'm going to go work in public, right? And I'm sitting in a restaurant and I'm working, it would be really cool to, everybody else is doing the same thing, right? So it would be kind of cool. Yeah. Whether I'm single or not or looking for a date, I think your common interest in things that you're still connecting would be also cool. Not for people looking for dating, but then, But then you can still.
I've been told for many people say I will use it not just for dating. I mean it's designed for that.
Yeah, because I didn't think to click through. I figured it might have more than that.
And plus, it's different from like a geolocation from Twitter because you decide to be available in that moment, in that place.
Mm-hmm. So then,
and Alessandro, you're echoing just a bit. Did someone not have headphones in?
Let me.
Everybody has headphones.
I got some new.
Okay. And while we're trying to fix the audio for just a quick second, I'd like you both to go ahead and refresh and Screamwax. If you want to join us, since you're friends with Zane, that would be great. And we'll do something a little bit alternative, where what we'll do is we will ask Zane and Screamwax joins us. Zane, we're going to ask you. Or I'm going to allow Alessandro to ask you about like what the mobile app should include and get some feedback. I mean, that's really valuable, especially in the startup world. So like what kind of questions do you have for people in using your app, Alessandro? Let's take this opportunity to like really push forward. And Screamwax, if you want to join us, go ahead and click on the open seat since you're friends with Zane. I think that would be a nice compliment.
Yeah, I've been.
Okay, Screamwax is good. This pajama is staying. So I'm going to go ahead and lock the seat again.
Sometimes and when he first comes on, that's something that's really interesting, right? Because if you talk about people, I'm getting like better setup here. I wasn't prepared, but my light, I just went to turn my lights on. I turn my lights on and everything. Okay, so two ways. If you were talking about someone like Scream Mics, we met on Blab, and that's somebody who, when you first see somebody, they look totally opposite of the way that they are. Their personality, everything's different. So it would be really cool if in the apps you could more personality, like the video,
yes.
like a video.
We have actually two sections of the app. One is called the Deal Breakers, Deal Makers. So instead of having like thousands of questions, I picked 30 of them. They are like separated in the looks. So you have your height, your body type, but also we have like the ethics. We have what are you looking for? So the dating, if you live with your parents, if you have cats, if you drink, smoke.
Those are killers right there for me. No cats, no parents.
Yeah, if you like smoke, drink, use drugs, I can show maybe the design really quickly.
Well, no, we want to keep it going.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and
we have about 4 more minutes till we wrap up. Mark Leonard is Alessandro representing Blab. I'm not sure what that means. But if you want to connect with Blab proper, there's Shane, there's Hannah, there's Spencer, there's Brittany, there's a ton of amazing people at Blab. Let me know what you mean, Mark, and I'm more than happy to help. Go ahead, Alessandro.
Yeah, the last part is icebreakers, where you put like last movie you watched, last TV show you've been binge watching, last trip you made, guilty pleasure food. So it's like a really quick answer instead of having like long paragraphs.
Yeah.
It's both telling something about yourself and helping the other person to start a chat with you. It's like, oh yeah, so I noticed you really like House of Cards, or you've been to Europe, as the last trip. How was it? So it's a way like to speed the process. I've been doing online dating for like 4 years. I've been over 100 dates, so I know exactly what people are looking for, what people hate, and how to streamline in the best, hopefully, experience you can have, and that's Magnet.
So, but she mentioned that she doesn't like that back and forth. So, is there a feature where she can expedite that?
Oh yeah, as soon as you start chatting, as soon as you start the chat, you say, "Hey, I'm just here. Just come over." Done. In like a few seconds, the person is gonna talk to you.
I love that because the people energy is so cool, right? The face of I would love that. Yeah,
totally. And Knight Rider 57 has a question: what sets your app apart from other dating sites? I think one thing, and I'll of course let Alessandro answer this, but one thing in as a receiver end, like a person that would use the app, is that other dating apps encourage a lot of this IMing and a lot of this back and forth with never meeting in person. So Knight Rider, the difference with this app is that you're at the physical location already.
It's real time.
Sitting in the venue, and then you're able to connect with someone also there, and then you guys can meet right there in person. Yes. Does that answer your question, Knight Rider? Oh yeah, it does.
It's real time in the same location, in the same venue. That's it. That's already bringing 10 times more value than everything else is out. So no dates to organize, no endless back and forth. It's really like the best solution of online dating,
And we're still talking about TriMag. I put that.
Yes.
That link.
Yeah. So Mark asked, what is the name of the dating app that we're talking about? And thanks to Zane, she put in the chat, trimag.net. For those of you watching on YouTube, we're not all losing our minds. Well, we're kind of losing our minds, but it's just we are on Blab right now, and you are watching this video on YouTube. Yeah. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the Blab and chat going on to the right.
Somebody say it's kind of scary. No, because you're out with your friends, most likely. It's like really meeting someone, and therefore it's more secure than going out with somebody you don't know. Actually, at the end, we're also going to ask for feedback if you actually meet up, if she or he looked like the pictures, and if it was overall a good experience. So eventually, creeps are going to be kicked out because I want to keep a nice community. That's the thing. While other apps, they don't care who is subscribing, how badly they behave. That's why.
So before we wrap up, and there's so many questions I could ask. I mean, there's so many questions to ask. but we'll have to save it for another interview another time. But Zane, let's find out more about you. What's your background? How did you discover Blab? And thank you for being a part of this this journey with Alessandro and I.
Oh, well, thank you for inviting me on. I just thought you just totally, I forgot about that. There's two things. How accessible you are and how really that is, you got to be ready to be accessible, right? That's the thing that we need to all be more prepared for. I was in the same house with that person who was propositioning me, right? That was kind of interesting. So, and I don't even know if they recognize me because, you know, when he sees me on a Sunday visiting my dad, I'm not near as cute as like that picture, right? I'm so cute. So,
and we're talking,
could have been disappointed.
We're talking about the story. Someone found Zane like via a geo-targeted app. But Zane, tell us about you.
Yes. Okay.
In her own head. Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, I found out Blab through another live streaming app where somebody was saying you probably would really like it. And the moment I came over, I've never gone back. And I just love the whole Blab team. I love everything about it. Everything about it. And so I think your personality.
This is the Blab part.
Yes, really geeks too. And your personality is super cute. So I was making my son a snack when I heard you talking. And then his accent. And then let's like winning. No, no, but I do digital content and strategy, and I work with startups, and I do my own content for brands, and then I consult with brands to help them do creative digital content. You know,
and everybody loves you. I'm getting all these chats on the right hand side. How fantastic you are, Zane! So more people can discover how fantastic you are. How can people find you on Twitter?
Oh, well, I am Zaneology. So Zane is my first name, and then Ology is my internet brand name, so everywhere.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So ZANEOLOTY. And Alessandro, how can people stay in touch with you on Twitter, and how can they connect with you?
It's Xander Schiassi. It's actually just under my name.
Can you spell it out?
Yeah, I'll put it on the chat.
It sounds
no, just spell it out for us in case people are listening via audio.
Sander, and the Schiassi is my last name. It's SCHIASSI.
Perfect. And go to trymag.net. Thank you to Zane. Thank you to Alessandro for this amazing Blab chat. We will be back next Tuesday afternoon meeting more incredible LA tech startups. I'm so excited to bring them to you. Thank you, Blab. Thank you, LA Tech. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.
Okay. Bye. Thank you.